Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. For those who already know me and for those who don't, welcome. My name is Michael. I'm a French guy reacting most of the time in English to music videos that I'd like to share with you and some that I'd like to discover with you. And first of all, I would like just to thank you all, everyone, for supporting my channel, because yes, we've gone through the 12,600 subscribers, and yes, it took some time to reach the 600, and yes, I saw that this morning and said, yeah, finally we're here. And so I really appreciate your support and yeah, being there for sharing with me these moments of music, and I really appreciate it. Yeah, it's after Christmas, but that's a pretty nice gift, and I just wanted to thank you all for that. And today, yes, it's a bit special because you know that I've reacted to EJ, one of the singers of Huntrix, you know, this animation movie, how to say, K-pop Demon Hunters. And yeah, she's absolutely fantastic. She has great voice and everything. And yes, it looks like she's someone really interesting. And for her backstory and everything, especially in the music industry. And I discovered an interview with Daniel Walls, I think. And they were talking about, I saw that they were talking about, you know, some demo released in this interview. And so I checked the chapters and I saw that they were talking about This Is What It Sounds Like. So it's a song, I think it's the final song of the movie. And yeah, I thought maybe it could be interesting just to have the history maybe of it. So and the demo, to listen to the demo together. So okay, it's 10 minutes long, I think. Yeah, 10, 12, I don't know. And yes, we're gonna go through this together. I hope you find it interesting. I hope it's gonna be interesting. I'm pretty sure of that. So let's go with AJ in Daniel Walls talking about the history of This Is What It Sounds Like, and with a demo version after that. Let's go.
And it's really interesting that comes from like such a genuine place of you seeing how the industry is and being able to like bring it out. But one of the songs that I also think is very underrated that you had a hand in was What It Sounds Like. And there is a really, as someone who like grew up doing musicals, there's a really cool musical motif that often gets used inside of musicals where they bring back melodies over and over and over and over again. Even in the part where Rumi is shown to be a demon to Mira and Zoe, you hear like an orchestration of Golden happening.
Yeah,
And in What It Sounds Like, you hear the audience singing Golden.
exactly. That was all intentional.
Does that come from like the combination of like knowing how musicals are and wanting to put it in
So
to this?
what happened was like Steven and Mark and Jenna Andrews was working on the song. And I know that took a long time. And what happened was it was done. It's not done, but like a general idea of it was finished. And, you know, Ian asked me, hey, can you like now make this into what I do, which is like the vocal production? Because there were no harmonies on it. There was just a lead vocal and a lead melody. And I had to transform into it being what you hear now, meaning harmony, rearrangement, and Ian wanted to have a musical moment at the finale, having medleys all happening at once. So I have a version of it, but that you can hear soon. It's really long because I didn't know how long they wanted it to be, and so I kind of had to figure that part out. But they wanted it to be like Rumi kind of, she's broken, so kind of broken version, and it keeps growing and gradually growing, and it turned into a huge finale song. So that took, I think that one has the most vocals on it. That was like 400 vocals, because you hear the crowd vocals, right?
Yeah.
Golden singing here,
Yeah.
the mantra singing on the right side, and then you hear them singing What It Sounds Like at the same time as well. And my man's also singing in it too. It was
Shout out.
all recorded in my home studio, which is meaning my little corner of my bedroom. But yeah, I all that crowd vocals and medley and arrangement, like that took like at least a week or two to figure out. Yeah, so I had to work on that part. And yeah, lots of harmonies.
In the movie, does that mean like were there other people who would come in and do the voices, or are all those vocals also you?
Most of them are me. I think Ian had background choir to also sing in it, but a lot of them were my vocals. I had to send all the stems. That took forever, but the crowd vocals are definitely my vocals.
Wow.
And
so you don't just voice Rumi, you also voice the crowd in a sense.
of all the songs, yes.
That's crazy.
Except for Soda Pop. Takedown 2, I worked on the vocal production that no one knows about, but I did. Yeah.
And now we know.
Yes. Yep. Literally no one knows about, but I did a lot of vocal production on that too.
When you say vocal production, what do you mean exactly?
Harmonization.
Like vocal producing other people or yourself?
Of the song.
Yeah.
So I would have to add more harmonies, do more arrangement of the vocals in the background, add some vocal effects here and there, maybe on the, and sing it differently from the demo. Because Ian would be like, can you add more power to it to make it sound more cinematic? Yeah. That was kind of my job too.
I definitely want to get into talking about one of the most important songs, but are there any other demos that you've always wanted to play?
What It Sounds Like.
Let's do it.
Was definitely one of them. It was like called the finale song. And
because it was the last one.
Yep, and that took forever too. It's more broken. Here. Yo, you're hearing exclusive shit. Yeah.
I'm very honored.
Hell yeah. No, I love your interview show. So nothing left to lose now. Nothing but the truth of what I am.
So these demos are all you.
Worst of what I came from. Patterns I'm ashamed of. Things that even I don't understand. I try to fix it. I try to fight it. My heart was twisted. My heart divided. My lies all collided. I don't know why I didn't trust you to be on my side. Smiling on the surface, wishing I was perfect, just like you. Fighting to be flawless, anything but honest. Thinking you'd hate me if you knew I lived in fear. I try to mask it, scared of the mirror. I should have smashed it and shown you the madness and dreams and the damage. And damn it, I hate this disguise. I broke into a million pieces and I can't go back. But now I'm seeing all the beauty and the broken glass. The scars are part of me, darkness and harmony. My voice without the light, this is what it sounds like. Why did I cover up the color stuck inside my head? I should've let the jacket and just meet the light instead. Show me what's underneath, I'll find your harmony. That's how we call it right. This is what it sounds like. We're shattering the silence, we're rising, defying, shouting in the choir. You're not alone. We listen to the demons, we let them get between us. But none of us are out here on our own. So we were cowards, so we were liars, so we are heroes. We're still survivors, the dreamers, the fighters. No lying, I'm tired, we're down in the fire. And I'll be right here by your side. It's so a million pieces and we can't go back. But now I'm seeing all the beauty and the broken glass. The scars are part of me, darkness and harmony.
That's crazy. I'm a bit speechless because like the medley on that is insane. Like you heard parts of all the songs.
Yeah, you kind of didn't hear some songs because this is before Golden was written, so you hear a different Golden song in the background. You also hear how it's done. So if you really listen sonically, there's Easter eggs. You can hear how it's done in it. Dun 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 somewhere, and then you're gonna hear Free. Obviously, you can hear the mantra
because you didn't hear the because it wasn't written yet.
It wasn't written yet. It was a different song called Gold at that time. That I didn't write. It was someone else wrote that one.
Okay, so we're gonna stop there. Of course, if you're interested, you can watch the whole interview. You will find the link in the description. So yeah, really interesting to listen to her talking about her work and the way she's really into vocals. And yeah, she's really talented, the way she's capable of, arranging all these harmonies, all these layers. And of course, her voice is gorgeous because you can feel at the beginning of the song, even though the quality is not good, of course, but still, even though the quality is not perfect, you can feel the emotion when she sings. And I love all the colors she has in her voice. The fact that when it's really deep, you can feel something really, how to say, fragile kind of, but strong too, and really like thick and really emotional. And then she's capable of reaching those really high notes and have something really bright and really powerful. And so it gives her the capability to build something like this song. I mean, really small, and put it into turn it into something really huge. And yes, at the end, of course, it's difficult because of the sound quality to get all the things, but you can hear that even though there's a lot of things going on, you're not just like, how to say, it's not hurtful for the ears, and you're not overwhelmed by the sound. It's just something, how to say, it's something that you can hear and you can listen to without getting tired. But even though it's really complex, and you can hear that there are a lot of things mixed together. And so yes, that shows that she's really capable of arranging songs like this, complex songs, really, really well. And so yes, this is another talent she has, just not to compose. I know that this song is not one she composed or wrote, but yes, she did an amazing job on the vocal arrangement. And yes, that's always interesting to have sometimes the behind the scene kind of a song, and the history of the recording. And so yeah, that was really interesting. I hope she's gonna release on YouTube maybe the demos, but in good quality, just like this. But yes, I found it really interesting. Just let me know what you think about that. Maybe I can do some others, the demo from these interviews, if you're interested into that. Otherwise, okay, just let me know. And if you got some suggestions, and of course, if you enjoyed this video, please remember to subscribe to my channel, to click on the like button. And okay, I hope you had a great Christmas, or whatever how to say, holiday you celebrate. And yes, we have still some days left in 2025, so let's enjoy these days and let's get ready for the new year to come. Talk to you soon, guys. Take care. Bye bye.